you know you make me float, boy, you really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope, 'cause you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we're going to be doing a story time about the time me and my friend found out that our manager was over here having inappropriate relationships with our co-workers on the low, if you catching my drift. So let's get into it. So this was back when I used to work at this luxury retail store, right? This was back in 2021 because I had just started working there when I had just started cosmetology school. So with that being said, I was working at this job to help me pay my tuition, and while working there I had ended up getting my friend a job there. And for this story we're gonna call my friend Jessica. And Jessica, you know, amazing person, and she was looking for a job, and I was like, okay girl, my job is hiring and it's a really good job to get a job at because, you know, we always get promotions, we do get a really good discount, and also too, you know, once you in there, you're in there, like it's hard to get fired. So, you know, just do what you need to do and you're gonna keep your job. But I had told her, make sure you apply for a full-time position, because when you're seasonal, if they don't like you for whatever reason, they can just end your contract. And because you're seasonal, technically it could just be like, oh well, their contract ended, even if that wasn't necessarily the case. But when you're full-time, like I said, it's hard for them to get rid of you, okay? So I told my friend, like I said, apply for full-time, y'all. She does not do that, okay? She did not listen to me. So with that being said, she does get the job and we start working together. And I had told her, apply in my department, but the only thing is, when it came to applying in my department, it was split in two. So either you got to interview with my manager, and we're going to call her Bridget, or you had to interview with the manager named Becca, right? So like I said, Bridget was my main manager, like that's the one that I reported to. And my friend unfortunately got interviewed by Becca. So with that being said, like I said, our department was split in two. So I worked in the basement and I packaged online orders, and basically what my friend Jessica did is she'll go around the store, pick up the different items, and then bring it down to the basement for me to then, like I said, package up. So anyways, we working at this job, having a good old time, and it's this guy that works there, right? We're gonna call him Ron. Ron was just a flirt. He flirted with every woman at the job. But at the time, I didn't know that he flirted with everybody, because anytime he would see me, he would always just flirt with me, but I never see him flirt with other people. So it never crossed my mind like, oh, Ron be flirting with everybody. But like I said, once my friend started, I would see Ron in her face all the time. And I remember my friend was like, oh my god, like Ron's so cute, this. But I don't know if I want to mess with him because, you know, he's a lot older than me. And at the time, my friend Jessica was 19, I was 20, and Ron was 29. And I had told her, I said, girl, I don't think it would be a good idea to mess with him because he about to be 30. What do y'all have to talk about? And also too, why would a 30-year-old want to have anything to do with a 20-year-old besides, like, you know, trying to manipulate her? And she's like, you know what, that's so true, like I ain't going for it. But she was like, you know, I'm gonna still be nice, because this man wanted my friend bad, like literally to the point that he would call her and be like, let's pray, and he would just talk on the phone and pray and stuff, all that. So anyway, with that being said, Ron and my friend Jessica got close, and Ron would always tell her, you know, the different stuff that Becca used to say, because Ron and Becca was also very close, and that's how he, you know, applied for the job. And with that being said, you know, Ron and Becca, which is, you know, their manager, they would go out to eat and stuff and go out to drink and stuff outside of work. So, you know, me and my friend Jessica didn't think nothing of it. Like, you know, I have worked at many jobs where, you know, the managers are cool with, you know, our regular employees, and, you know, they hang out, whatever. You know, at the end of the day, yes, it's work, but, you know, if you end up making friends, you're gonna end up making friends. So Ron would always tell Jessica the different stuff that Becca used to say, because Becca just used to be so horrible. Like, for example, one of her employees had passed out, and she was just like, good, so I don't have to deal with her and I could just send her home. And like, she just was so rude and crazy, okay? So anyways, it had got to a point where, you know, Becca, like, ended my friend's contract. And before I even get into that, Becca used to be so rude to my friend Jessica, like rude as heck for no reason. Like, for example, right, we didn't have a dress code, especially when it came to our shoes. Like in our department, it was recommended to wear closed-toed shoes just because, you know, it's in the basement. Like, you know, you're more inclined to get hurt, so, you know, it's better to just wear closed-toed shoes. But my friend wasn't working in the basement. She was walking around the store. So yeah, I get like you should wear comfortable shoes, but my friend, she's gonna dress cute. She always put cuteness before comfort, so she would wear stuff like sandals and slides and whatever, and like she was always gonna be cute no matter what. So Becca would just be on her tail like, are those really the right shoes to even be wearing to work? Mind you, like I said, we don't got a dress code, so you just nitpick and nitpick. So anyways, like I said, Becca used to be on my friend's tail, and like I said, the guy Ron liked my friend, so that's why he used to always tell her like what Becca used to be saying about everybody at the job, right? So fast forward to, like I said, Becca had ended my friend's contract, and the thing is, whenever they would end the contract at our job, they gave you a week. They would tell you a week in advance, and then, you know, you got a week to, you know, get yourself mentally prepared to, you know, leave basically. So anyways, my friend was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to, you know, report her to the store manager so I could like try to keep my job, whatever, and I'm gonna report her for all the different stuff she be doing and what like she be saying. But the thing is, like, when Ron would tell her this stuff, it was usually always over the phone. Like, he would always tell her on the phone, and she didn't really have any like text message proof. Like, she only had like maybe 2 conversations where he had said like a little something, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, you know, information to really bring to the forefront. Like, we knew who she was as a person, but you know, when you gonna report somebody, you kind of got to have some type of hardcore evidence, whether it's other people backing you up, or, you know, you have something physical. And a lot of the people that had experienced, you know, Becca's terror, they was already gone. Like, she had already gotten them up out of there, so it's kind of too late, right? So with that being said, in the midst of that, Ron had already had told me and my friend Jessica that he was gonna quit. He was like, they don't know, but I'm quitting. I'm just not gonna show up to work anymore. So my friend was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, you know, my contract about to end and he already quit. I'm gonna try to ask him to, you know, send me screenshots of his conversation with, you know, Becca and stuff. And so she asked him, like, you know, do you think you can send me some screenshots of this? Because, you know, I'm trying to like build a little case to report her. And so out of nowhere, he started acting funny. He immediately was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, nah, I ain't trying to get caught up and, you know, get in trouble, whatever. And we was like, what are you talking about? Because like, he's saying this to her in text messages, and I'm with her as like the conversation is happening. And I had told her straight up, I said, they must be, you know, doing the do, if you get what I'm saying. I was like, they must be doing the do, because why are you like so defensive and so quick to be like, no, because I was just kind of like, you don't have any risk in play. Like, you already quit your job, and, you know, yeah, y'all are friends, but it's just kind of like, what can she do? Like, what can she do if you say anything? Like, it's not going to jeopardize your position. So anyways, I had told her, I said, I think they doing it, but I don't know. I could be wrong, right? And I said it in a joking manner, because one thing about me, I play too much. I be joking. So she was just like, maybe, but I don't know. Next thing I know, like I said, it comes time that my friend's contract is about to end. So she was like, you know what, I'm about to, you know, go to the store manager anyways. So she goes to the store manager anyways, and she tries to tell him. Little does she know, the store manager be on BS just like her manager, Becca. Becca and the store manager are tight, right? Like, locked in. So immediately when my friend is over here trying to tell the store manager, you know, like what Becca be doing, he shut it down and was like, I'm not trying to hear that. And, you know, you're done. Like, you're just mad that, you know, your contract over. So, you know, you trying to make up stuff about her. Like, he basically was just trying to gaslight her and all this stuff. And it just was so messy that 2 days before her contract ended, what was supposed to end, they ended it early because, like I said, she got into it with the store manager, and then the next day he ended her contract 2 days early. And I was like, that is so crazy. Like, what the heck? So then one day I'm sitting in the break room, and at this point like I said, it like my friend has been fired, and people kind of know, you know, what's been going on, because like I said, a lot of people have been, you know, either their contract ended or they quit. And it was this guy that was really close with the guy Ron, and the guy knew my friend as well as me. He knew that me and my friend like was real cool, because we would always be together in the break room, especially if we had, you know, lunch together, whatever. So one day I heard him on the phone with Ron, and he was like, yeah, you know, it's kind of your fault, because if you wasn't having, you know, sex with Becca, we wouldn't be in this, because now they on my tail and people over here talking about you at work. And he immediately looked up at me and made deep eye contact, trying to be shady, which I'm like, girl, ain't nobody talk about your friend, like, and you already know my friend is gone, so who am I at work talking about this with? Like, what are we talking about? Like, my friend is gone, your friend is gone. But he was on the phone with his friend, like on speakerphone, whatever, while like I was in the break room. And like I said, they were trying to be shady. And I remember for the longest, I was like, oh my gosh, like they're gonna fire me next. Like she's gonna try to find a reason to get rid of me, just, you know, by association. But thankfully I never got fired, and I ended up, you know, leaving once I was ready to leave that job. But yeah, that was just a crazy time. About the time, like I said, my manager was over here doing the do, and she was being weird. And yeah, like I hope y'all enjoyed that story time. I know it was a wild ride. And with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see y'all later. Bye.